right, good morning everyone. Good morning guys, welcome back. Happy Friday guys, happy Friday. We are here again. Happy Friday everyone. Let me turn this down. Where are we? You guys on YouTube, can you hear the background music? Is it too loud? Let me just see. I think it might be too loud. Let me turn this down a little bit. OBS have moved things around here, so I'm just trying to move it here. You guys need to let me know if the background music's all good. If it's too loud or too quiet, let's have a look here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Let me bring you guys over here. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. We saw some crazy moves on gold yesterday. We had price to come down and short down into these lows, which we did get there. We absolutely took our time though. If you guys were here yesterday, remember we spoke about price to come down and liquidate these lows here. We came up some extra liquidity grabs yesterday. Unfortunately, stopped me out on my Topstep account here before ripping all the way back lower. I got some shorts my personal, but unfortunately I didn't get it here on my Topstep account. But it was a very nice short call. My thought process yesterday was kind of as we were talking about anyone buying gold here, risking off these lows, looking for this big play up. Well, we were trying to short down into them levels, short down into where most people were trying to buy, which ended up being a very nice move. But we'll see what we got for the day, guys. We'll have a look at all these markets. We'll look at gold, we'll look at silver, we'll have a look at NQ as well. If any of you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 8 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. In terms of news, what do we have today? Nothing on the calendar. Let's see if we have anything else coming up. No high impact news here. Let's have a look here. What do we have? Main events for the day. Main events for the day. Where are we? American session. You got Fed's Waller speech. He's been a leading indicator for Fed policy since 2021 and just recently started to put more emphasis on inflation given the energy shock and the resilient labor market. He doesn't see the need for a rate hike and prefers to wait before restarting rate cuts later this year. So we got that coming up here today. Nothing too much here for London, so we'll see what there is. See what there is in these gold markets. You've just had a pretty decent sell-off here. Let me send it here. I use this there. Use it there. You do also have the news built into Topstep here as well. If you guys want to see what's coming up on the calendar or any live news, you can see it also coming out here. As you can see, Fed Waller speaking at 8 o'clock my time. I believe this is my time. About 7 o'clock London time. So we got that coming up much later on, but we should be good to see if we can get some trades before that. Let's have a look at these markets. Let me just mute this. Let's have a look at these markets here, guys. So obviously, like I say, we had that decent sell-off on gold yesterday, which is very nice. We went from being, holding very bullish on that daily time frame to all of a sudden wicking right back down and coming all the way back down into this next support at 4,800. Now, interesting thing here with gold right now is this daily time frame is kind of at a big make or break level where you're holding previous resistance, support, and now you also have resistance up here. So you got gold kind of trapped in a pretty decent 1,000 tick range from 4,800 up into 4,900 and a very nice 1,000 tick range. Now coming into London, if we have a look at this daily time frame, what have we just done here? We've just came down, we've just hit some previous day lows, and we're starting to wick back above. So do we buy gold from here? I mean, this is where it gets interesting because, like I say, previous day we came up, we tagged the highs, we sold off. We got short yesterday, and what we've done now, we've just came down, we've tagged the lows, and we're trying to find some support. So I think today we could probably confidently say gold's in a bit of a range. Now, with that being said, does that mean we can't trade? Of course we can. It's just to let you guys know that we're very likely going to be playing a range today. These ranges can still be worthwhile, but I am accepting that it is very likely going to be a range. Why? Because the daily bias has kind of already been met here. We closed very doji yesterday holding support, and we wicked out highs and held resistance. So we're holding support, holding resistance. So now at least when we drop down to this lower time frame, our expectations have been set. Our expectations have been set. So let's have a look here. What do we have? We have, it's kind of very, very choppy here. But look at this. We had some resistance here. Price came up, hit the resistance, closed straight back below, and already getting a nice little sell-off here. But you're coming straight into support. So what I'm trying to understand here is gold going to hold this sort of support, or are we going to break it and then maybe come back down to test some lows here? Two very, very interesting areas. Good morning, guys. Good morning. You can see here on gold, you didn't quite get back to the highest point up here, which is still possible. You know, if here's our range right now, what we've done here on gold, we came down, we've hit the lows of the range, and we've tried to break back higher. But this is also a pretty decent pre-London fake out. Then any guys short that fake out? Like that's a pretty decent fake out right there. You closed above, you tagged the highs, you closed straight back below. There's your fake out confirmation. There's your short 7 a.m. I was too busy at the gym this morning. Oh, sorry. I was too busy at the gym this morning. I went for an early morning gym session, but that's a very nice fake out short right there. Short and right down into 4,800 and back down into support. Nice bonnet already in the shorts. Nice, good job. Any else you guys in this short? What do you do for Asia today? Asia wicked some lows, held back above, closed bearish, got straight back up. I don't imagine there was much on Asia today. Nice in out in 30-minute even star. Yep, probably it looks like it. Yep, perfect. 30-minute evening star. Look at that, perfect 30-minute evening star. I personally would rather short it here though, but yes, that is still a morning star. But I would rather short this move down. But yes, that's a very, very nice morning star. So you got a very nice 30-minute morning star, evening star, and a 30-minute evening star, and an hourly fake out play. Nice. Oh, got the short during slow markets. Nice, Bruno. Nice. Like that. This big short here. Look at that. Wick the highs this short. Did you get that 2 a.m. short, Bruno? That's a nice short. Very, very nice short. Yeah, there hasn't really been anything else, Glenn. The only bias was yesterday, which was the really nice short down into these lows, but it took all the way into a New York session and ripped down. Let's have a look here. So we got that nice hourly fake out coming in here on gold. We do have London open in 60 minutes, and I'm really trying to see if gold is going to break this support. If we break this support, maybe there's room for downside. If we wick back above, maybe there's room to buy gold back up into 48.36. For me today on gold, it has to be a very, very, very reactive day. Very, very, very reactive day. Hey Tom, missed yesterday's stream, but look back at the charts from Thursday and wonder what your opinion on this setup would be. Personally, I thought it would have been a great selling opportunity. Price grabbed the highs. Let me have a look, man. Let's have a look. Yeah, that was a nice short. Definitely. That was a really nice short. Absolutely. That was a great short. Similar to the short I took on personally. Yes, that was a very valid short. You had perfect downside targets. Absolutely. Two closes support. Nice. Took the 30 evening star for 126. Nice. Good job. Took the short in silver today. Nice. Might have a look at silver as well. Let's have a look here. Can we start 30 minutes early to catch the hourly open? I did ask the team, but I haven't heard back yet. But I will definitely ask again. Yes, because yeah, we could be running this short right now. If we were jumping on at 7 a.m., yeah, we could be in these shorts. So yes, I'll definitely I'll message the guys again to see if we can jump on 30 minutes early to jump on for that hourly open. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. You wouldn't buy that 1 hour breakout on gold at 5 a.m.? I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, you could buy that. Yep. So I'm not too sure about if that's a if that's a question or a statement. Is it would I buy this at 5 a.m.? If it's would I buy this at 5 a.m.? Yeah, why not? It tag lows, close bullish. Absolutely. As soon as this candle tags highs and close bearish, cool. I'll close my longs and see if there's a short. But yes, would I buy this 5 a.m. candle? Definitely. You tag day lows, you close back bullish. Yeah, I would buy this. I wouldn't buy after this candle. Like I wouldn't buy this candle, for example, but I would absolutely buy this fake out. Because look at this, you tag lows, you broke support, broke straight back above. So would I buy 5 a.m.? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Let's have a look here, guys. Let's have a look. So we're gonna try and see if gold's gonna close below here or wick back above. Like I say, 4,800 is major support, and we do kind of have gold in this very, very, very tricky range. A very tricky range, and this is a 30-minute time frame as well. It's not the cleanest of ranges right now on gold. Short from yesterday, yeah, my short from yesterday was just shorting down into this double bottom. I could go short somewhere like around here, for example. I went over it in the Asian market call as well. Definitely watch that. Even if you guys don't trade Asia, you have to watch the Asian market calls. Even if you don't trade Asia, guys, watch the Asian market calls because I go through everything that's happened for the day and what we could see for the next day. Even if you don't trade Asia, I always break down trades that I've taken for that day. But that was my short, just shorting into lows down there. That was my short. Take it into these lows here. It was an instant daily top wick, no real bottom wick, so I was shorting into that, anticipating the daily was going to flip bearish and come down and retest some nice lows, which we did perfectly. We do more afternoon sessions. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, I'll do some more, definitely. I'll try and get a bit of a schedule. It's kind of tough, you know, if I stream London and then stream New York as well. It's like I end up spending a lot of time on the charts, but I will definitely try and do some more. I'm not too sure if I will stick to like a regular schedule for the New York sessions. I'm on Topstep TV pretty much every Tuesday as well before my own channel. Yeah, I will try and do some more. I'm not going to set it in stone. I'm going to do it every day because to me, honestly, freedom is more important than 5+ hours on the charts. Like for example, the short I took yesterday, this short, I took this trade, set my alerts, went to the beach, alert went off the lows, made like $3,000 without watching. I was like, that's why we trade. I don't need to always sit there and watch it. But yeah, we'll definitely try and do some more. Honestly, when I sit here and watch the charts, I end up just, you know, talking myself out of the trade or over managing before the hourly chart just does exactly what you want. Morning, Aaron. Do you trade micro? Yes, I don't, but we can absolutely break it down. We can break down all markets. Anything you guys are looking at, we can absolutely have a look. I personally just trade gold. So yes, we can absolutely have a look. We'll have a look. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at ES. We'll have a look at NQ. We'll look at Goldie as well. With the violence of the hourly wick at 2 a.m. Does that not put you off the 30-minute Morningstar short at 6:30? No. You had the hourly closing back below. You're just playing the range. If you're just kind of playing the range. As soon as this candle closes back below here, yeah, I'd take the short just for a range play, which is what I would be playing today. Just short it down to support. Take your 100 ticks and run. But yeah, this is a pretty steep hourly rejection. That's why, to be honest, I think probably the longs were nicer because you have more clear upside targets. That hourly gave about 130 ticks. If you took maybe 50 of that, I definitely think this long at 5 a.m. was nicer than the shorts at 7 a.m. because you're below daily lows. You have upside targets and you're bouncing off support. So the longs were nicer, but for this short, yeah, I would just be playing the range. And I'd probably take it at maybe reduced size, just because you are trading back within the range. But it's that nice of a fake out, tagging highs, closing back below. Yeah, I'd want to give it a shot just to see how we run, because nothing to say you can't break yesterday's low and actually have a deeper retracement. Let's have a look. Yeah, we can have a look at. Let's have a look at ES and Q. Let me have actually. Whilst we got it here, let's have a quick look at silver. How do we close yesterday on silver? What did we get up to? Let's see. So same thing as gold yesterday. Silver ended up coming up for that beautiful top wick, sold off straight back below. Now same thing as gold. We are below previous day lows, which is a strong level of support. So this is an area where you could get some potential decent buying on silver. Shorting below them daily lows isn't somewhere where I would want to short. Again, look at this on silver. It's kind of done what gold hasn't done. Came up, tagged the highs, selling off back below. You see gold hasn't really grabbed them highs, well silver has. So there's potential. I also took some silver longs yesterday on this 30-minute, hourly Morningstar. I took about minus $300, didn't rework, and ended up selling off right back below. Again though, look at this on silver. You do have major upside targets. This is quite far away to say yet, but you do have silver with a double top target all the way back up at 81. And with silver below these daily lows, it's not a level where I'd want to short. Could potentially be a level where there may be some longs though. There may be some longs. There's potential longs on silver. See if you can hold this left shoulder, head, right shoulder region. The only thing is you did liquidate the highs, so gold may give nicer longs, but silver could shape up too. How do you set your stop to execute early on the close? No, my stop is like above here. My stop was at like around 48.50 on my personal, and my alert was just any closure above here. Any break above these highs, I would have cut the trade. But you can't set stops on based off closures. No, I always have a hard stop to keep me safe, but I would just manage the trade if this candle here had closed bullish, I would have just closed the trade straight away. But my stop has a little bit of breathing room as like a worst case scenario. My hard stop is there to keep me safe in case, anything crazy happens. We get a huge news releasement and gold rips, and I have it there just to keep me safe. But my stop is just based off the candle closure. So if this candle closed above the previous high, I would have cut the trade straight away. But it was like a backup of this resistance. So silver potential longs. Let's have a look at NQ and ES as well. We got London Open coming up in about 8 minutes here, guys. You can see NQ did have a little bit of a chop there yesterday. You kind of grinded up. You pull back, squeezed higher, pull back, squeezed higher, sell off, right back up, down, up. Which, is it surprising to see NQ creating a bit of a range? No, not at all. Why? Because look at this phenomenal run that we've had since end of March to now. This has just been a huge run higher. All of our levels have been absolutely smashed. The next level that would be of interest is the same highs from yesterday, around the highs of the 28th of January. They're the highs that we had on yesterday, which you still haven't got. You got very close, but that would be a level where I'd be looking to buy NQ if you guys are trading NQ. Again though, look at this aggressive range. You've been in since 5 o'clock yesterday, chopping. So I'd be careful trading NQ in London, but maybe it's New York session I would look to continue buying. ES I imagine is pretty similar. Let's have a quick look at gold. Gold's gonna be tough today, guys. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be really tough to trade gold. Why? Because you're tagging highs, you're tagging lows, you're in the middle of a range. ES is very close to all-time highs. All-time high on ES is right here at that 7,093.50 level, which it looks like we're going to get to pretty quick. So same as NQ, and this actually looks kind of nicer for longs. Nice thing here is you have grabbed some lows down here. You're starting to get back above, so I would be looking for some longs here. I'll be looking for some longs. I'll be looking for price to come up and tag some highs here. I would look for longs. That's a pretty decent grab at 6 a.m. Just tag lows, close bullish. I'll be looking to buy ES. Aaron, I've noticed you often wrap up the stream around 9 a.m. UK time. Just wondering if that's because you've got other commitments during the day. I mean, I do and I don't, but it's more so just because I've been streaming for an hour and a half, and I guess streaming for an hour and a half on my own is probably enough, because if I end up watching the charts for too long, I end up just wasting too much time on charts. But for me, like, my trading is always just do my morning analysis, set my alerts, and kind of go about my business, go about my day. But yeah, I have other commitments. I have other businesses that I work on. You know, I work on the YouTube content for you guys. I just enjoy life. Like yesterday, I just traded London, traded pre-New York, and then just went about my day. But yeah, it's mainly because we stream for about an hour to hour and a half here. That's our schedule here. Let's see, we've got London Open coming up in 4 minutes here, guys. 30 minutes trying to grab the lows and hold support. But remember, look at these 30-minute patterns. Do these hold very well in ranges? Not really. Not really. So it is a little bit tricky on gold. I honestly, I want to just jump in silver. I do prefer the looks of silver longs. To me, the silver on the daily is looking much nicer. Is looking much nicer. You're below them daily lows. You have very nice support to the left. Very nice support right around that 78 region. And you're trying to get back above. So I think we should keep an eye on silver. Remember, guys, if you don't trade silver, silver does move bigger than gold. So be careful. Don't over leverage on silver. If you've been trading well on gold, don't start trading silver just because I'm trading silver. Trade whichever market you want to trade. But silver does move bigger. What's this? Oh, look at that. Goldie, I need to see a little bit more of a breakout because, like I say, this range is. Look at this 4 hour support, resistance, daily. Like I say, the only nice thing is you're below the daily lows. Yeah, silver luring us in again. Yeah, silver trying to get us in. Took some annoying little losses on silver yesterday. Trying to get us back in again. If I had a combine, but let's see if I can do. Actually, let me see if I can do that. I'm gonna fire up a combine. I'm gonna trade my extra fade this morning. Let me see if I can get a combine here with the current sale that's on as well. I'm gonna fire up a combine here, guys. See if we get these silver longs. I'm not gonna trade my extra fade here. The markets are too choppy. I'll wait for New York. So let me just fire up a. Let's fire up a 50k here. There is currently $20 off the Topstep accounts as well, guys, with code TONES. So let me do that. Let me fire up an account here. Tones, apply. Let's see. Let me fire this up. See if we can fire this up before we get London Open. We've got London Open coming up in 2 minutes here, guys. Let me see. Select next. I'm gonna save the funded accounts for look at that, $20 off. Nice. I'm gonna save the funded accounts for maybe closer to New York, guys. I don't like these London ranges, so I'm not gonna take a trade for the sake of taking a trade. I'll take a trade on a combine. So if I trade the combine here, then at least we can get a feel of these markets and see what's happening. Let's have a look. Did that work? Let's have a look. I like these silver longs. Gold is going to require some patience, but I do like these silver longs. But if I'm going to trade silver, let me just fire it up on a combine here, because you are still right in the middle of a range. Where are we? Did that work? Let me see. Did that work? I think that worked. Yes, there we go. All right. We got a 50 here. There we go. All right, we'll trade this instead today. I'm gonna keep the funded accounts today. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Aaron is calm today. Interesting. Am I not calm? Am I not calm every day? Am I not calm every day? If you had to sum up things, 3 things you look for before placing a trade, what would it be? Great question. Great question. 3 things I look for. Number 1, daily bias, very important. Number 2 is key liquidity levels, and then number 3 is just nice breakouts. Daily bias to me is very important. I know we're not swing trading. Yes, we're day trading, but still understanding where my daily candle needs to go is the exact reason why I was talking about shorts yesterday. It's the whole entire reason we were looking for shorts yesterday, all the way down into here. So daily bias is very important. Now, why was the daily bias very key yesterday? Because we got London open here as well, guys. Is because we had, let's go with some art here for a second. We had the daily pushing up like this. We had nice and bullish. And then the previous day, what did we do? We came up, we wicked out some highs, and we closed bearish. And look at this. Is this a good drawing? Not quite. Let's do this properly. And then we had the next day closing like this. This is how the next day closed. This is the daily. And how was the daily looking on gold when we jumped into London? It was looking like this. It was holding up bullish. But how am I anticipating this day could close? I'm anticipating this day close bearish. Why? Because you wicked the highs and you got some nice day lows. So I'm anticipating the next day is going to do something like this. So when I see this daily candle coming up and creating that top wick without a bottom wick and without grabbing the lows, that's where I'm shorting down into previous day lows. So when I drop down to my lower time frame, I know exactly what I want to look for, shorts. Why? Because we have the daily candle closing bearish. We have nice downside liquidity targets, so I'm looking for shorts. I'm not looking to buy these bounces up, I'm looking for shorts. And then we go back and look at the daily time frame. Well, look what it did. Let's get rid of these levels for a second. And if we just clean this up, in London, this was, look at this for a work of art. Let's just get this off for a second. It's very important. In London, this top wick of this candle was looking like this, and there was no real bottom wick. So as I saw this candle starting to leave that wick rejection and looking like we're going to come back down, that's where I'm selling gold. Where? Down into the lows. So daily bias is very, very, very important. You get good at reading the daily, your intraday trading journey is going to be much easier. Much, much, much easier. Let's have a look. We got London open here on gold, guys. Let me see. Trying to find some support. Silver also trying to find support. I want to see a bit of a wick rejection. Yes. Secretly panicking. That's why that short on gold was so nice yesterday. And the only tricky thing with gold yesterday, it just messed around for so long. So long. You know, we tried to take the shorts in London. It didn't work. Eventually it came right back down into our lows. If you guys were here yesterday, you know, we had shorts in London where I actually took an initial annoying loss just because the markets were just being super choppy like this. Look, we were trying to short gold down into here. And everyone was, you know, you guys in the YouTube chat saying, no, it's bad short, bad idea. Don't do this, don't do that. Well, look what happened. We came all the way right back down for lows. We were just choppy intraday, which we can't control, but it happens. But you came all the way back down for lows. So the whole reason we were looking for that short was all based off that daily time frame. And which is kind of why I'm trying to see if we could either buy gold or silver here today, because the daily is below previous daily lows, and I'm trying to catch a little bit of a bounce here. I want to see does silver give a little bit of a pullback. See if we can buy this. Let's see. Aaron, when you start being profitable, how much on average do you spend on evals per month? I haven't. Like, how much do I spend now, or how much did I spend? How much did I spend? I have no idea. 300-400 a month, maybe. Sometimes 500. It depends. Nothing. Never spent thousands. That's for sure. But when I first started trading, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know what Topstep was. Unfortunately. So when I started trading, I was trading personal or trading elsewhere that was much more expensive than getting started here on Topstep. So I'm going to see if there's some potential longs on silver, guys. Like I say, Goldie, I'm just going to leave Goldie for quite some time because we're just in a very, very choppy range. You can see here. This is my very simple no trade range on gold. Anything in between here, guess what I do? I take my hands off the trigger, take my hands off that buy and sell button, and I just wait. If we reclose back above, fantastic. I'll have buys on gold to come all the way up to retrace into here, which is like a 180 tick move. I am very, very happy to wait for that. All it takes is an hour. This hourly closes above, cool. 9 AM, I'll take the trade. But anything in between here, I will wait. Let me see here. Silver is trying to get back above. Kind of getting straight back above there. Let's see. I want to see a little bit of a pullback to get in this. When you get fully funded on Topstep, is it still possible to open new combines? Yeah, you can still trade combines. You can have combines in the background ready to activate it. I believe you have like 30 days to activate it, which is what I always like to do. You know, sometimes in markets where I don't really like the price action or I don't really like the direction, yeah, I'll still trade combines. Like here today, I'm not a huge fan of the price action, but if I still want to trade just to get a feel for the markets, yeah, I'll just trade a combine. Why not? Give it a try. Give it a try. Let me see here. 30-minute time frame. Wicking out the highs. Holding resistance. If we come a little bit lower, I may see if there's a potential buy here on silver. Let me see if there's a buy. I'm trading a combine here, guys. Let me see if I can buy silver here. Oh, we're risking about 70. Actually, below this here. Risk 110 here. See if we can get a silver retracement. Buying below them daily lows. If you close back below, that's fine. I'm just trading a combine here, guys. I'm not trading my XFAs here. Goldie, a lot of time. NQ, what was looking nicer? ES was looking nicer for longs. Oh yeah, look at that. ES, oh damn, look at that. ES breaking out beautifully. ES was looking the nicest for longs. Look at that, breaking out very nicely. Why was ES looking nice? Well, what do? We have nice upside targets. We just tagged lows and closed bullish. So if you guys are in this ES trade, good job. I like them ES longs. Let's have a look here on silver. See that Audi did still close bearish. 30-minute. I would like to see if we can even just, you know, pull back up into here. Pull back up into 78-ish. Let's see. Let's see. But it will be just a combine day for me today, guys. Win or loss here. If it wins, I won't kick myself and go, damn, I should have taken on my XFA. I'm accepting that the markets aren't very clear right now, and I'm happy to just play around the combine and just have a bit of a wait. Have a bit of a wait and see if the markets make sense later on. I thought when you go to live there is no step back. Yeah, if you're live, I'm 90% certain that you can't have XFAs, but you could still have combines, I believe. The only way you'd go back to XFAs is if you, for whatever reason, maybe lost the live account. Let's see if these markets are going to wake up. Silver was we took some silver trades yesterday. It got very, 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 very choppy. We'll see what we do here today. See if silver's going to be good to us. You guys as well. I am posting a video. I'll post it right after this. Where I decided to do another interview. You guys liked the last one with Tom. The last one with Tom did really well. I'll post one today with Nico. Is Nico here? Let me see. Is Nico in the chat? Nico has gone from being... he's not here. He's enjoying the travel trading life. Gone from being a full-time worker 9 to 5 to he has now quit his job and is a full-time travel trader trading on his Topstep accounts. So I will post that after this as well, guys. A really, really, really good interview. Nico, I think, is around like close to like $20,000 in payouts now in the year so far, which is phenomenal. Whilst traveling and trading, living the life. So I will post that after this as well, guys. It's a very, 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 very good listen, because Nico had to balance the struggles between working a full-time job whilst trying to trade on the side in a European time zone, which can be quite hard. Oh, look at this. You got silver squeezing higher. You're having a nice bit of a bounce here. We're trying to get back above. This is the level to potentially manage here. Potentially manage there. If we break above it, to be honest, I would like to hold silver for longer, but let's see how we react on this resistance. The reason I'd like to hold silver for longer is because we are below these daily lows, closing bullish, and I believe there's potential to come higher. But let's see. Let's see. Got my XFA this week and went 3 red days in a row. Already sized down. Any other recommendations? Yeah, I mean, yes, size down, absolutely, man. That's a smart decision. But remember, 3 red days in a row, it doesn't define you. It does not define you. It doesn't define who we are as traders. It's part of the business. Part of the business. It's not been an easy week to trade. my other recommendation would be, and this is something I do every weekend, I still do, and I will continue to do, and I've always done for as long as I can remember, like, you know, the past 8 years or whatever. Every single weekend, I will sit down and I'll go through my trades for the week and just go through all the market moves. What did I miss? Did I capitalize on this move? How could I have maximized these trades? Where was my bad trades? So you could look back at your 3 losing trades, 3 red days in a row, and you could look back and, you know, you could think, you know what, 3 red days in a row, oh man, that sucks. Like, oh, I'm a bad trader, blah, 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 all this negative noise. Or you could look back and you can go, were they good trades? Yes, fantastic, move on. But if they were bad trades, well, then you have to also know that as well. You have to be able to look back at the trades and go, you know what, these were bad trades. Why were they bad? Because this, and this. Fantastic. Moving into next week, I'm going to eliminate these bad trades and always remind myself that less is more in this game. So absolutely size down. Get the psychology back because you've got the XFA, which is amazing. And now we want to keep it. So look back at your trades and see, did I follow the plan? Yes, cool, fantastic. Losses are part of the game. No one in this business has a 100% win rate. It doesn't exist. So losses are part of the game. But just go back and look and make sure that they are valid losses. And if they're not valid losses, see why they happened. See how you can eliminate them. Or at least make their mistakes less. Always, always, always be refining. When you start off your trading journey, and if you had a week where the PA might have been bad, did at any point feel shit trading isn't working? I mean, yeah, this is the thing. It's very easy to think like, you know, if we have a losing week or losing couple of days, we think, oh man, trading's so tough. Trading's not for me. This trading plan isn't working. This, and this. But what I always try and emphasize to you guys is, you know, we're not paid on how we perform this week. We're not paid on how we perform today. We're paid on how we perform over the next month, 2 months, 3 months. So it's like if we have a bad week or we have a bad day, you go look back at your last couple of months and go, that's trading. So yeah, I would have losing weeks, which I will add is completely normal. Is going to happen to every single person here. But you can't look at a losing week and go, trading's not for me. Trading's so tough. This plan doesn't work. You go, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. So for me now, if I have a bad week or I have a losing week, I don't feel bad about it. Why? Because I look at my performance for the last month or the last quarter and go, yeah, I'm still massively green. Who cares? Move on. It's part of the game. Part of the game. Part of the game. As long as you're performing well and you're capitalizing over a long period of time, that's all we're here to do. You know, sometimes as day traders, we can get too focused on how we perform today. But how we perform today doesn't actually matter. Unless we're not doing anything stupid like blown accounts, obviously. But how I perform today doesn't define how I've performed over the last quarter. You always have to remember that. Like that breakdown I posted of that losing trade here. Where was it? Where are we? This one here, like this losing trade here. This is where I lost $6,000. This is where I lost $6,000. Does this suck? Yes, it's very annoying. But do I all of a sudden start deviating from the plan and strategy hopping and full tilting and, you know, going, trading's not for me? No, I just go, you know what? It's part of the game. We win trades and we lose trades. We can't let the emotions of winners and losers affect us that much. You know what? We're all human. Winners and losses are going to affect us to a degree. If this closes bearish, I will just manage here, guys. We're above previous 30-minute highs at nice resistance to the left, so I will potentially manage soon. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Minus $5 and everything's gone out the window. No, I was saying, yeah, we can't get excited on winning days and we can't get down on losing days. We just have to try and stay very neutral. But I say try because we're not here to be perfect. Like, we're going to have emotions. We're going to feel the waves of the markets, but we just don't want to get we don't get too emotional, you know? Like, I still have times where I'm like, you know what? trading's hard, trading's frustrating, or I have like a 3K day yesterday, I go, oh man, that feels so good. I just try and just keep it very neutral. Try and keep it very neutral. But it's normal to feel emotions. I'm not trying to be an emotions robot. I'm just a human. We're all normal here. I'm just trying to manage them the best I can. Thumbnail point, yeah. That was a good one, actually. Let's see here. We just had that 15 close here. Silver, I think, has just gone to sleep right now. Are we awake, Silver? Silver, hello? Where are we? Look at that. Look at that price action. So here, look at this, guys. You've got perfect trend line coming up here. Most people trying to buy this. Look at that price action. That is absolutely wild. Where is the volume, Silver? Where is the volume? 15 close wasn't too bad. It did close above the previous high. What my only concern is on Silver is you are wicking out the highs, holding resistance. So I may manage soon. I'm going to bring the stops here. I don't want to... We may wick some lows, but I want to see us come down anywhere near here. So I'll keep the risk at 65. If this closes bearish, then the 30-minute may roll over. Oh, look at that. Straight back down. There you go. Minus $67. Do you think it could be likely that Silver fills in the last hourly bottom wick? Maybe. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Let's see. Anything can happen. If you close back bearish, then react to that. But what I was kind of seeing here is a bit of a morning star at VWAP. So happy to give it a try. You came into this resistance and held it. So manage the risk. Minus $67 and wait. Could you come down into here? Yeah, who knows? Maybe. Just react. Let's see here, guys. So what are we doing here on Silver? Holding support, and we are holding the resistance. This is why I'm just trading the X over here, guys. We're in the range. We're trying to play the range, trying to get that nice breakout, but we are back down. We are right back down. Goldie is also just dropping. We're bounced our VWAP. We're squeezing lower. We are very up and down here, guys. Very up and down. But like I said, this is what I'm expecting. So don't go too crazy on the trades, guys. Like I said, I'm just playing around on a combine here because I'm understanding that ranges are very, 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 very small. Very, very small. Hi, Aaron. Silver had swept the range high, but gold hasn't. Isn't it better to long gold into the liquidity? Oh, yes, that's what I'm looking for overall. That's a trade that I will take on my funded accounts. The only way I will buy that on gold, which is a really good thing that I'm also looking for, is I have to see gold just break this range. I won't trade here on my XFAs on gold, but if gold breaks above, yes, absolutely, I will definitely take that trade, and I'll buy gold for about a 180 tick move. But yes, that's a good point. That's the real trade that I would want to see today. I just don't think it's going to come in the hour that we're here for London, unfortunately. If gold's going to break out of this range, you know, it's going to take at least until 9 AM London time. But if it does happen, yes, I will take that trade on my XFA. I will. How do you... hey, Aaron. Hello. Do you find silver and others behave like gold, wicking out highs and lows and moving away? Yes. Pretty much all of these markets. You know, if we look at NQ, what does NQ do? Same thing as... Look at this mess. Apart from in here. Same as the thing here. We've been talking about a lot of this on NQ. Look at this. Comes up, tags the highs, sells off. Comes down, tags the lows, breaks back above. You see it happen in all these markets. One thing to note is, look here. You see, this is the thing. Only difference between gold and NQ is if this was gold, what would we be saying? We'd be saying price would come down and grab these lows before breaking back above. Now, the only thing with NQ is you have to correlate it between ES. Because sometimes NQ can hold a perfect double bottom, but you have to realize, or you have to check, sorry, the ES could grab the lows, therefore NQ doesn't need to. So the only other market to watch is if you trade NQ, like these concepts, just be watching ES for the same thing. Because they love that correlation. Did you do it here? Let's have a look. So this was, yeah, see, look, there you go. So look, here, see here? I believe that's the same range. See here, came down, tagged lows, broke back above. But if you were just watching NQ, you know, maybe you would have missed that trade. Whereas you see here, came down, didn't tag the lows, but ES did, therefore it's okay to buy NQ. If you look at it even onto You know, currencies, for example. You guys like the look of the currencies. We've been talking about these currencies a lot recently. What do we do on the currencies? We come up, we tag the highs, we sell off. We come down, we tag the lows, we break. Where do we come to next? Right back to the highs. Same here again. What do? We come down, we tag lows, we come up. We come up, tag the highs, sell off. Look at that. Didn't quite do it here. Even here, tag the highs, sold off. So yeah, all of these markets absolutely love to tag these previous highs and lows before selling off, which is what I just call the liquidity levels. The actual reasons behind it, you know, people can say different things. I don't really mind too much what anyone calls it, but yeah, it's just what I love to look at. Same as here. Came up, tagged the highs, sell off, came down, tagged lows, broke back higher. Are we trying to get back above here on silver? What are we up to? Look at this. So we just came down. We just waited out our stop. We held view up and broke back above. So is there potential re-entries on silver? Maybe. Maybe. That's a pretty decent candle closure. Straight back down. Let's be careful in these ranges, guys. Let's have a look. Our liquidity levels at the pivots only. Reason why? 78.85 can be a liquidity level. 78.85. Let's have a look. 78. Where are we? 78.85. Here, 78.85. I'm not too sure. Maybe on like a higher time frame. Maybe. So if MG breaks support, we would look to sell to 47.90. This is the tough thing with NQ shorts. Like if I was shorting NQ, sorry, this is what we get for looking at NQ. If I was shorting gold, I would be shorting into these daily lows. My only concern with selling gold now is the fact that you've grabbed daily lows and wicked back above. And we look at this high time frame, and I'm selling. So I'm not really a huge fan of shorting gold because I'm selling right at daily support. The thing is, if gold does break this daily support, my next target on gold would be all the way back down to like 4,600. Maybe not today, but overall, let's say today closes bearish and we get that nice weekly evening star pattern happening. Fantastic. Monday and next week, I'm going to short gold and make great money. You see what I mean? You're kind of wicking highs. So if today closes bearish and we get this weekly wick in the highs because it's Friday, it's the final day of the week, then coming into the charts next week, I will absolutely short gold all day long. But today, I struggle to sell gold for the simple fact that you haven't yet broken support. And in terms of trading what we see, we are at the support right now. So because we're at the support right now, I don't want to think about the fact that we might break it. I want to be thinking about what are we doing now. We're tagging day lows and holding support. So I want to be reacting to the longs first. But if we do break support daily, yes, next week we could have some really good shorts. Really good shorts. Oh, look at this. Silver trying to get back above. I'm tempted to get back in these silver longs here. We've got 30-minute close coming in 7 minutes here. Did it just wick us out there before getting back above? Let's see. It's still kind of like, you know, you're pushing up, you're pushing down, you're pushing up, you're pushing down. Hey Aaron, pound longs on level 3524 TP. Nice, we'll have a look. Absolutely. Hey Aaron, hello. Your levels that you use in between the 30 and 1 hour. Is it between the 30 and 1 hour or do you... Yes. Like my levels, for instance, gold right now, my level is just based off the hourly. If the hourly is in a range, then I'm not even really looking at the 30 minute to be honest. Because 30-minute price action in an hourly range can get you chopped up a lot. So if it's an hourly range, then I'm just waiting for an hourly breakout. Hourly breakout, fantastic. I'll take the trade and get a nice position. If I've had an hourly breakout, then cool. Maybe I'll use like a lower time frame, just level of support like here, for example, and then I can take the trade. Silver's looking like it wants to get back above. That was a big liquidity wick there. Look at that. Yep, good job, Jed. Yep, love the day analysis. Thank you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Good to see you here. Oh no, bought GC instead of MGC. Notice when I was up 12 ticks, nice. To be honest, the ranges are getting smaller on gold recently that I will probably go back to trading more size soon. Like from here to here, this is about a 170 tick range. Whereas like a couple of weeks ago, this was probably like 600 ticks. So soon I will start upping my size again. given the ranges stay within like 100 to 200 ticks-ish. Whereas previously, yeah, if you took a GC trade instead of MGC, you'd be down like 100 ticks in like a couple minutes. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Do you pay attention to fair value gaps? No, I don't, man. No, never. Look at that. Silver may have just literally just wicked us out there. Could you get back above? Maybe. If this 30 closes above, then fantastic. You still could get the long trade. But remember, we are coming into big resistance. So in this big 30-minute resistance, if I was long at the flip, I would be managing here. No, I don't use fair value gaps, no. I use just simple liquidity. That was in the forms of highs and lows, trend lines, double tops, double bottoms, and price action. That's it. If we get an hourly fake out here, guys, I would love to buy gold. Buying gold below daily lows for a nice pullback. So patience may pay here. If we have a 30-minute star holding and an hourly closure, fantastic. But look at this right now. What do we have? We have a 30-minute morning star and a 30-minute evening star. So what does that tell us? It's still a range. And if we're trading a range, which is fine, we absolutely don't want to trade it in the middle. We close above call, we'll trade it into the highs of the range, but we don't want to trade in the middle. Trade location in these ranges is very, very, very important. There's a shame about that silver trade. Silver did us dirty again. Silver owes me big time. Silver owes me big time. Where was our longs from silver yesterday? Where was our longs? We tried to take the longs here yesterday. Morning star play on the alley on silver. Came back down, up, down, up, down, up. Crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, silver's crazy. Yeah, I was making bank in silver back in January and February. Now it's tough. Yeah, I agree. Silver had, yeah, that's the thing. Some of my biggest trades this year have actually been on silver. Silver was great. Yeah, January, February. Now it's kind of, yeah, it's getting a bit tough. But I mean, I mean, it was still like this week. This is the thing. Even though, you know, maybe today's not doing that much. If we look at this week, like, look at this. Monday came down. We tagged lows. We closed bullish. Like here, it's like, man, we take this trade. It's like, that's a huge trade. A massive, massive trade. So silver's still given great opportunities this week. The main opportunity this week on silver was Tuesday. Up into them highs. You tag lows, you close bullish. Where's your next target for silver? Up into these highs, easy. And as an intraday trade, buying here up into them highs, like, man, that's a huge trade. Huge trade. But now they're back up in these ranges, yeah, it can get tough here. But it's no surprise. But yeah, I agree. It was, earlier in the year, it was really, really good trade. It's moving massively. It's a bit too big. It's calmed down a little bit. I am at near a payout stage. Nice, in a 50k, amazing. Gonna get a payout for the first time ever. I'm up $800. Can I withdraw a profit or wait till I build up a buffer of 2,000? What will be the best option? The best option is whatever you find best, man. I don't want to say take a payout or don't take a payout. It's however you feel. Like if you feel like you've been trading consistently for a while, you haven't had a payout, you deserve something from the markets, take it. If you want to build up the buffer, you can, but just don't chase too many buffers that you end up losing the account and see nothing. So it's entirely up to you, man. Me personally, I do build up buffers. But again, I've had many of payouts, so it's whichever you prefer. But just make sure you are giving yourself enough of a buffer to have a couple of losing trades in a row, because that's always possible. Discord group? It is the mentorship, which you can find in my YouTube videos. I don't have like a public free Discord group or anything like that. We have the mentorship. We do the trade reviews that we're going to do after this, the market calls, all of the course content, etc. You can check it out on my YouTube videos, man. What price would you consider for Goldie Longin? Goldie Longin, a breakout of this range, to be honest. Like this, look at this. This is a nice 30-minute morning star. And this looks good to buy from here. The only reason I'm not going to buy this is because the hourly hasn't closed above. So where do I want to see the hourly break? anywhere back above, let's say 48.16 would be good enough for me. 48.16, and like I say, if I measure this range, my next target would be up here. It's about 190, almost a 200 tick range. So I know it's annoying because it requires patience. We want to be in the trades, but if we wait for it, we wait for the confirmation, we wait for the breakout, what does that give us? It gives us more confidence, and it gives a clearer sense of direction. And 200 ticks for the day? I'll absolutely take 200 ticks for the day. So all we want to see is longs up into the highs of around 36 on a closure back above on the hourly time frame. And then we can play that whole entire range, make 200 ticks, and be glad that we waited for that. So as much as this morning star is holding up and it's screaming at me to buy, I'm going to wait for the closure. Unfortunately, silver did just squeeze us out there again. Look at that. Steep liquidity wick, never closed back above, so no re-entries, and now you're starting to squeeze higher. If you're still in the silver trade, good job. Silver came for a steep liquidity wick. NQ ranging. Again, ES trying to get back above. You did just tag the highs of the range. You're starting to get back below. I still believe you will go high though. You're still in. Nice. Yeah, if you're still in silver, depending on where you're in from, I would manage the risk. I'd be break even, and I would just be seeing if you can break and fulfill this range. If you're still in, good job. Yeah, break even. Nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, break even because you're coming into that big higher time frame resistance. You may get that hourly fake out soon as well. But look to the left. Yeah, this is strong resistance. So if I was in the silver long, still I would be managing there. But silver waits me out. Silver waits me out for minus $67. Which I'm okay with. Yeah, like I said, if gold breaks out, I will take the gold trade on the XFA. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see, this is what gold loves to do. Like, it loves to think, the markets are moving. Like, let me jump in it now. Before you know it, before the breakout, you jump in the trade, it can wick all the way back down. That's what gold loves to do. So I know it can be moving now. You think, I should jump in this trade. Well, if you tried to jump in it every single time these wicks were being created and looking like bullish candles, you'd got stopped out here, all day long. So I know it's looking nice and bullish now, but just let the candle close. Let the candle close, confirm bullishness, and then trade the range. You have a much easier trade with less stress. Less stress. Because in these ranges, like I say, before these were wicks, before this was a wick, it was looking like one big bullish candle. And if you tried to chase it before the breakout actually confirmed and closed above, you're straight back down. Chase it, straight back down. Chase it, straight back down. So you could chase it, could be straight back down. Could be. Just to confirm, is our entry always confirmed on the 30-minute close after the Doji Morningstar? Close above the prior bearish candle. If you're trading a Morningstar play, say if this was the hourly, no, you're buying here. If it were to close above the bearish candle, you've already missed the move. The move's been in God. You want to be buying here. Like if you're trading a Morningstar play, that's where you buy on the closure of this candle tag and lows. You risk off the lows, and that's the Morningstar play. Same as the evening star for shorts. You short here, you risk off the highest point. That's the play down. But yeah, if you wait for price to close bearish and you try and short down here, yeah, it's typically too late. So as soon as you hit tag lows, holding support, yeah, this is where you want to be buying. Obviously, I'm not buying this one because the hourly's just in a range, but in normal markets, this is where we would be buying the Morningstar. Yeah. You don't need to wait for this candle to close bullish, because if you wait for this candle to close bullish, you buy up here, that's where you kind of end up buying at resistance. But if this is the hourly time frame, for example, say if you just wick lows, held support, yeah, I'm buying here, anticipating this Morningstar is going to play out. Same as the daily time frame short yesterday. Daily time frame short yesterday, evening star. Short around the highs, risk of the previous day. There's your nice short. There's your nice short. So you got Goldie trying to get back above. Silver, unfortunately, did us a little bit dirty there. But again, I'm not going to chase silver here because you're back up at the resistance. If I was still in this trade, this is where I would be managing my risk, not entering more positions. So I have to wait here on silver. And Goldie, like I say, closure above, fantastic range. So with that being said, guys, we're going to jump on trade review and the mentorship. We're going to go through all the trades for the week. You guys on YouTube, appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Remember, guys, drop a like and subscribe for the Topstep YouTube channel. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to set that video live right now with Nico, who has, like I say, gone from working the full-time job to quitting his job and traveling and trading full-time. So let me share that with you guys. I've just posted it live. If you guys want to check it out, I will post it here. But for me on gold, guys, like I say, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to follow the plan. I'm going to wait for the hourly to close above, and then I'm going to follow the markets. But anywhere in this range, I'm not trying to predict. I simply want to react, because in this range, the markets can get you trapped in poor positions where I'm going to let the markets break out. And then, like I say, I'm going to simply follow the markets, because that's all my job is here to do, is follow these markets, not fight them. So fantastic week in the market. Some great calls, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys same time again next week. We'll do it all over again. Trade safe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.